This man coming out right now, coming back from injury after a year, he has earned this title shot.
Yes.
And he's going to give JR Kratos a hell of a fight. The Flying Lion, Marcus Lewis.
Yeah, he has worked hard to get back to this point.
We have seen him against some of the biggest names Northern California has to offer.
Definitely.
And his matchup last year against Drake Frost in his first PPW championship opportunity was as tough a match as Frost had in his entire reign.
Definitely.
You have to imagine that JR Kratos, knowing that Marcus Lewis is his first challenger, he understands this is going to be one heck of a challenge.
Oh yeah, this is no walk in Oakville Park.
But JR Kratos, for almost 2 years, had to fight and scratch and claw to get the opportunity to finally wrest away that championship from Drake Frost.
Yes.
And now that he has it, I mean, how are you going to tell him that he can't have a longer reign than Drake Frost?
Yeah. Now that he's won the title belt, he has such disdain for Frost. You know he doesn't want to just be the champion. You know he wants to beat Frost's record for reign of champion.
He is now the man. He wears the gold. And he comes into Petaluma for the first time ever as the champion.
Got it.
And that belt looks very good around the waist of the 300-pounder, adding it to his mantle in an epic cage match with Drake Frost this past March, ending a near 2-year chase for that championship. And the big man looks in great shape as always. And he's looking right now to have a successful first defense of his PPW championship. But Marcus Lewis is no pushover. Kratos has this crowd behind him.
Always does.
He has really done a great job. When he is champion, it is very difficult to knock him off that perch. I mean, he really has, for many years now, become one of the premier champions.
This contest is for the PPW Championship. Introducing first, standing to my left, he is tonight's challenger. He is fighting out of San Jose, California. He weighed in this evening at 165 pounds. He is a graduate of the APW Boot Camp and a former APW Young Lions Cup champion. He is the Flying Lion, Marcus Lewis.
He knows how to tangle with the big boys. We have seen him against larger wrestlers. This is going to be interesting.
The current reigning and defending PPW champion. He is fighting out of Sacramento, California. He weighed in this evening at 267 pounds. He is a graduate of the SPW Training Academy and defeated Drake Frost for that championship in a steel cage match. He is the God of War, JR Kratos.
The champ in his first defense against Marcus Lewis. And you mentioned, Jeff Cobb, that match that Marcus Lewis had in the opening round of our PPW Championship tournament.
Right.
One of those matches that just came out of nowhere with how much Marcus brought to the table in that match.
Marcus impressed the hell out of me in that match.
Of course, we saw him against Drake Frost. It took that deep freeze twisting fisherman buster from the top rope to take down Marcus Lewis. And you're going to see a couple of things here. Lewis, he has that sliding knee strike to the back of the head that he has used in conjunction with that 450 splash to set up for it. And that leaping ability.
Which we've seen him use several times in a match. Not cocky enough to think one will get the job done.
Kratos has that day of reckoning, that cradle choke slam that he sits out with. He has the spear. He has a pump kick that's really become a big move for him. But one thing that'll be interesting, even with the weight advantage here, so obviously the speed is going to come into play for Marcus Lewis. But we've talked about it, the ground game for JR Kratos, very good.
Very much so.
And you wonder now if with a guy like with Lewis, if you just try and smother him. Like if you just try and take him out completely from the get-go.
I get the strategy, but I don't think he goes for it. I think he gets pleasure out of throwing guys around.
Yep.
I think he likes a fight.
Right.
I can't see him I can see the benefits of a strategy like smothering a smaller guy like Lewis. I don't think he wants that. I don't think Kratos wants that kind of a win.
And like we said, normally you see a guy with over 100 pounds on his opponent and you think just, he can just slug him down.
Right.
But Marcus Lewis will go toe-to-toe with anybody.
Oh, fearless.
And that's the
And confident in his kicks, confident in his strikes. As well he should be.
Yeah, the line's not just a main. Up, swinging around in the head scissors.
Kratos cut low on that clothesline. He was the aggressor on that one. And Lewis was smart. Lewis stayed cool. Boom. Caught him with that head scissors.
Now these two, they're respectful of each other.
Right.
Obviously, Kratos has seen Lewis kind of turn into one of the top young talents here in the Bay Area. And I'll say this about JR Kratos. He doesn't necessarily underestimate his opponents.
No.
He's someone that really, he respects who he's in the ring with basically every time he goes out there. So he knows what Marcus brings to the table.
Respect's a big part of Kratos' game.
And you can see, and trying to catch the line, that main, the lion part of the flying line, you got to be careful there. And we talked about the strikes. He tried to go for that shotgun knee. Kratos, though, just catching him.
Just holding that waist lock.
Oh, just tossed him over, but he landed on his feet.
Now, what he will do with that size, it does give him. He cut.
Oh, there's the shotgun kick. Right away, he goes for it. He didn't get all of that Hurricane Rana, and Kratos
was able to steady himself and roll through it instead of actually taking damage.
Exactly, and now that pump kick we talked about, that shotgun kick, Lewis has felt it now. And he knew exactly what to do. He rolled right out of the ring. But later in the match, he might not be so lucky. Are we contractually obligated to once again mention that he did some training last year at the Battle Arts Academy in Toronto?
I just like doing it because I like talking about Yuki Ishikawa.
Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't?
I wish footage of any of that, of him and Thatcher there, ever comes to light.
Yep, there's the main again coming into play. Kratos eating a forearm shot here. Oh, but that right hand sent him down. Sometimes with Kratos, all it takes is one shot. Oh, nicely done by Lewis.
Nice presence there by Lewis.
With an enziguri as Kratos was coming out. And now he has a pump kick of his own. And we talked about it. Lewis, for a guy at 165, can get a lot behind those strikes. And I think Kratos understands that. And he sends him right into the guardrail. Lewis, slapping Kratos around. I don't know if we want to do that. No idea if that's, but he suckered him in. That's what he did it for.
Oh my gosh, that was so smart. Kratos went head first, charging
right
into that post.
I think he got him with that looked like that knee strike.
He hit that knee strike right to the back of Kratos' head.
Now he has to bring him back into the ring. Oh, there's a baseball slide. by Lewis. We were about to say the title has to change hands either by pinfall or submission in Phoenix Pro Wrestling. No countout or disqualification can cause the belt to change hands. And so Lewis there smartly waiting for his opportunity, but Kratos blocks the apron shot and returns with Lewis's head to the guardrail. And Sparky Ballard's been keeping the count here, and so Kratos has to keep that in mind. And he's going to send Lewis up onto the apron and push him back.
Oh, he's dragging him back over that edge.
Yeah, now when he does this, he normally likes to do those slaps. Oh, what a right hand.
Straight over.
Here they come.
Right.
These are vicious, vicious open hand slaps right to the jawline. And now he might be looking for the shotgun knee. There it is!
Man.
That jumping knee strike right to the side of the head. And we have to bring it up that the injury that Marcus Lewis has come back from is a major concussion.
It's a bad concussion, and it put him out for a long time.
And
any of these kind of brain-rattling shots from a guy that is big as Kratos are extra sensitive.
So the other thing here to keep in mind is that Kratos knows that. And with the shots that he can dish out, you wonder if Lewis, now having eaten a couple of them, is going to have to rethink his strategy on the fly here. Watch this right here. We don't talk about big shots. Oh, my goodness. I don't know what it is tonight, but we have
the night of deep chops.
We have
tonight,
really, we've seen Scoot Robertson with his kicks. We've seen everybody throwing chops. And Kratos lighting up the chest of Marcus Lewis. His first defense of the PPW championship after defeating Drake Frost back in March in a steel cage. Ooh, he's readying number 3. Oh, but it's held!
Oh.
Lewis grabbing the fingers!
And to bend that wrist back. Lewis is back, baby.
Marcus Lewis with a chop of his own, and the crowd responds in kind. They are awake. They are into this here in the Phoenix Theater.
Kratos was cruising, and he kind of got locked in his own little bubble.
Kratos sending Lewis back in with a hard whip. And he's going to toss him right over the top. Kind of that two-handed Beal right over the top. Sending Lewis across the ring, corner to corner. And Kratos normally says something preceding that I cannot repeat on the air.
Don't want to do that.
But the Flying Lion right now, folks, is looking like he is going to have to do more than just a couple of chops to try and take down the champ. Now an actual Beal. Oh, boy. That almost took him through the middle and bottom ropes.
Wow.
The angle on that was such that Lewis could have been tossed literally through the ropes to the floor.
Yeah.
And Kratos showing why he's the champ. I mean, that is just a brutal display of power. Now the first cover of the match, a hook of the leg and a 2 count. I mean, my goodness.
That was such a far Beal.
I mean,
he got thrown
when
so far.
When I saw him land, the one thing I was thinking about is, like, is he going to bounce out of the ring?
Yeah.
Could he go out like through the ropes? It was crazy.
I hope he stays in the ring was what was going through my head.
And now these mounted shots, the suddenness. We talked about it, that ground game for Kratos. And now he could be looking to just deadlift him up. Oh, no, Lewis lands on his feet. And a forearm to the back. Right to the back of the neck. Oh, man, that right across the jawline. There are some shots being thrown here. Oh, nicely done. He faked like he was going against.
That was a great head fake by Lewis.
And now the kick. Oh, ducks the clothesline. Snap bear for that back kick. He got him. And now he likes to finish. He likes to follow that up with a running shooting star press. Here it is. And he got it. Cover. Hook of the leg. And only a 2 count as the champ kicks out. Lewis has been up against some of the biggest and the baddest in the Bay Area. And he knows what he's doing, but that open hand slap rattling the cage of Marcus Lewis, sending him in. And a follow forearm shot, that leaping forearm in the corner from the champ. And now he might be looking for that turnaround enziguri. Oh, he ducked it. Got caught up in the top rope.
He's stuck. His knees draped over.
Lewis now on top, and just a straight kick to the solar plexus. Oh, he's got the strength. We've seen him do this. We have seen him do this. My God!
Wow.
The wasteland. 1, 2, only 2. What a display of strength. And there's a kick to the side of the head. Cover 1, 2, and only 2. I don't know how much he got of that kick. Oh, this could be the 450.
It was, oh, here he goes.
The fans are waiting for it. He wants him behind him. 450 flush!
Flush!
Flush! 2! Oh, the left shoulder up!
Wow. He could not have hit that any more clean. And Kratos had to just dig deep.
He's calling for one more. He is looking perhaps for one more 450 to seal the deal. The crowd one more time wanting it. But Kratos.
He's rolling.
Oh, he rolls out of the way. Oh, and he got the choke. Oh, he's trying to pull him away from the ropes. And he has. He's trying to roll back towards the middle. The rear naked choke, but
he was too close.
He
right out of
was.
the beginning. Kratos was trying to roll the other way, and Lewis was fighting it.
Lewis.
Smart presence of mind, though, for Kratos to grab that guillotine, that rear naked.
Just enough. That was a nice move there by Kratos. And he might be looking for that day of reckoning. He might be looking for that sit-out Kratos chokeslam. Oh, headbutt by Lewis. Oh, and an enziguri. Wobbly legs. Now down, hook of the leg, new champ. No, only 2. And Lewis right now has had a couple of chances here, and we saw this with Frost where he was that close. He is giving the new champ all he can handle.
I love it.
Oh, that forearm. You can hear those shots.
Those land.
And now the open hand slap to
Lewis,
return.
As great as his strikes are, he does not want to get into a strike exchange with Kratos.
Late in this match, Kratos can do more with one shot than Lewis can with his. Oh, he blocked that one. Ducks the second. He might be looking again for it. No, Kratos caught him. Over the shoulder, power slam! To retain 2, only 2. His full body kicking out.
Yeah, he was using everything, and that power slam was beautiful.
Kratos now.
Both men are feeling this, you
Right.
can tell.
There has been some high impact offense here these last few minutes.
Yeah, we're 15 in. Both guys are feeling it. Both guys have taken hard shots. Both guys have taken hard spills.
Kratos standing over Lewis and now grabs the mane. That's been symbolic in this match. Oh, but Lewis returns with an open hand slap of his own. And now he's firing back at Kratos. He ducks. Kratos, wheelbarrow, suplex. Whip the back. Hook of the leg. 2, only 2. I thought he might have been looking perhaps for that face buster, but instead he turns it into a wheelbarrow suplex. And Kratos now staring down Lewis, saying, what does he have to do? Kratos in control again. Lewis again, defiantly slapping. Wheelbarrow again, rolls through. He's got the crab hold. No, Kratos rolls back.
No.
Picks him up, a second one. He's got the leg, 2, and that's gonna do it. The champ
And your
retains.
winner,
Kratos, man.
by
After he hit that second wheelbarrow, he went in for the most serious pinfall of the match.
PPW
Wide base,
champion,
deep pin.
the God
Lewis
of
just
War,
couldn't use his whole body to get out of it the way he'd been getting out of all the other ones. Kratos just wore him down.
And it shows the creativity of the champ,
Yes.
too. He understood how well it worked the first time. And if it works well once, there's a good chance you can do it again.
Yes.
And it did. It drove the win out of Lewis. And the champ has retained. But what a war here as JR Kratos takes on a very game Marcus Lewis and comes out victorious in his first title defense. Wait, what's Kratos doing here? He picks him up. He extends the hand. Nicely done.
Almost a hint there. Kratos
Look,
getting overly frustrated like we don't see him.
after doing what he had to do to get that title, what will he not do to keep it?
Right. Fully agree.
JR
I
Kratos,
cannot blame
the
him.
champ, victorious tonight.
His first defense. First defense.
And for him, he hopes the first of many
Definitely.
here in Phoenix Pro Wrestling. The big man, the God of War, is walking out victorious. And this time, for the first time, he is the defending champion. Thank you for joining us tonight. Phoenix Pro Wrestling returns in September. And we'll be here for it all.